because we are going to discuss very vital subject today, which we all homeopath must be aware, because if you want to practice homeopathy, if you want to practice homeopathy in a very judicious way, in a natural way, and you want to become homeopathy, you have to believe in homeopathy and you have to think like a homeopathy. Friends, today's topic is medicines beyond material. I am going to take your mind to the way medicines originated, and we are looking into it. Medicine and meditations. We have the two words that have the common root, medicines and meditations. Both are meant for our thinking. We have to think, and then only we have to prescribe. A substance can become a medicine only after we apply our mind, only when we apply the thinking process, after selecting it. Selection is very important. We have to take decision according to the way we think without thinking. We are usually what we do take decision immediately, abruptly. You go to the market, you purchase, and you don't have it in the mind. But before prescribing a medicine, we must have something in the mind. Medicines act only when initiative taken and thoughts are involved in it. Medicines will work like a medicine. If it is understood and it is taken as after proper thinking and after proper analysis. Thinking means you analyze the situations, you find it out the subject, and you found out the applicability, and then you apply it to the patient. That will be regarded as the medicines. Medicines has become the part of our life. Now we have learned how to live with the medicines. Right from the beginning and right from to our entrance into this universe, we are subject to different type of medicines. Acquisition of all these things which brings change in our life belongs to the category of the medicines. Whatever your mother teaching you, you are learning from your teacher, you are learning as a guidance. So there are different type of the things that brings a change in your life. This changing is very important, and if you want to make a change, if you want to have a higher upliftment of life, so what we have to do, we have to think and we have to change. And changing means getting meditated. After meditated. So it is the changes that is important. There are physical changes, there are mental changes, there are spiritual changes. We all have the different type of the changes. We have the physical changes, we have the medical changes, bodily changes, we have the spiritual changes. All type of the changeability is there, and this changeability is very important for our life. Medicines are meant for the change in the life. It is meant for the change in life. We need to change towards more healthier conditions. We want to become more rich. We want to become more prosperous. We want to have the upliftment of the life. Concept of drug proving are based on the changing property of any medicinal substance. What we do in the drug proving, either we do it on the lower animal or on the healthy persons like us. But the purpose is to see what change it can bring. When we are proving a medicines, we are trying to know what type of the change is. So in medicines, we only try to find out what are the property, what are the things that will make you change. Drug proving on the healthier person produces a disease-like symptoms, and these symptoms are indicated for the use during the disease conditions. This is the law of the similia that was discovered by the Dr. Hahnemann, and he wanted to put the medicines in such a way that we should know what type of the change we want to have, what type of the change we want to have in the life. This is very important for all of us. Now, different form of the changes. We have different mode of and type of the medicines. We have the material medicines, we have the non-material medicines, we have the dynamic medicines, we have the psychic medicines, then we have the placebo, And then we have the counseling. See, why different types are there? We have to because we want to change on the physical body, we want to change on the mental side, we want to change on the psychic side, we want to change. So change is very important thing, word that constitutes for the medicines. Material medicines. Now what is material medicine? These medicines constitutes molecular structure. They have the molecular base. They belongs to the physical and chemical property based substance. Any material substance which has got the physical property and which has got the chemical property. The plant kingdoms, mineral kingdoms, animal kingdoms, the sources are different, but the two things are common, that they have the physical property and they have the chemical property, and they are constituted with the molecules. Their base is the molecules. They are meant for changes at the physical level. Physical medicines are meant for the changes at the physical level. Action of the material medicines starts at the material plane of the body. When you apply a material medicines, it acts on the material body only. It acts on the material body only. That is important. It acts on the material body. So it has to go into the material plane of the body to start its action to bring a change. This is the way that material medicines are introduced and they act. They need to be introduced, absorbed, assimilated, digested and circulation to the targeted area. Where you want to change the heart, you want to change in the abdomen, wherever you want to change, it has to follow a route, definite route. It has to be put into the mouth, it has to be introduced to the needles, it has to get digested, it has to get assimilated, and then it has to be circulated to the targeted area. Its route of actions are from physical plane to other plane. So only route is physical plane to the physical other plane. So all material medicines which belongs to the, which has got the molecules, it may be the allopathic medicines, it may be the homeopathic medicine, mother tinctures, wherever there are molecules, they are known as the molecular medicines because they have the molecules in them. And molecule needs the molecular way of administration, the molecular way of presentation, and molecular properties are there to bring the change. And what are the non-material medicines? They are obtained from the material substance. The base is material and extracted to the level of discarding them all. From the material, what we do, we try to discard all the molecules. We take out the molecules. They crosses the Avogadro's number of molecules. They acquire spirit-like property. They become spiritual. They become very dynamic. These medicines are the basic for the homeopathic system of medicine. We have to keep in mind our medicines, they start from the material medicines and they are converted into the non-material medicines. What we do, we take out the molecules, we remove the molecules and we keep only the energy, we keep only the imprint, whatever is essence that is there, and essence is being carried out in the water or in other vehicles. So these are called the non-material. They don't have any material base in them. They have only the spiritual property. They have only the dynamic property. They have only the things that are there. There are no molecular things are there. They are medicines beyond the molecules. So we call them the medicines beyond the molecules, and they acquire the dynamic property. All those medicines which are beyond the molecule level, they have the dynamic property, and they are also known as the dynamic medicines. So only non-material medicines have the capacity to become the dynamic medicine. They affect the person through dynamic transference from vital plane to the physical changes. How it acts on our body? It goes to our vital plane, it goes to our vital principle, and from vital principle it comes down to your physical body. So changing the vital principle, we change the vital. Changing the vital principle, we change the physical body. This is the way the non-material medicines are acting on our body. Then comes the dynamic medicines. Dynamic medicines are those which have the property to affect without getting involved in the physical plane. They don't take part. They don't take part. They simply act without getting involved. They are targeted to the vital plane of the life. They are always targeted to the vital plane of the life. Changes begins from vital plane towards the physical changes. Vital plane towards that. So here in the material medicines, what happens? Changes starts from the physical plane, then it goes to the vital plane. But in the non-material medicines and dynamic medicines, changes starts from the vital plane to the physical plane. Their mode of actions are through the transmission. Every time, whatever the way you administer to the patient, it doesn't matter. It only matters that they are transmitted. They are transmitted. Transmission means without having any connectivity from a distance. So whether you swallow, put into your mouth, whether you apply on your body, or whether you do whatever way you try to introduce, as soon as it comes in contact with your aura field, it starts acting, it starts transmitting. So wherever there is a homeopathic type of the medicines are there, they have the effectiveness to be transmitted from a distance. They have, or you are putting it directly into the mouth. But what is happening there? It is not going to be digested. It is not going to be assimilated. It directly goes to your vital plane. It directly goes to your vital plane and starts acting. So homeopathic medicines belongs to this category. All homeopathic medicines are like this only. Okay. Now comes the psychic medicines. Now the concept of psychic treatments are there. These are targeted medicines for the nervous system. They are meant for changing the activities at mind, either elevate or depress the mood. They only elevate or depress the mood. They are the neurological actions are the maintaining factor for the psychic medicines. Next comes the placebo. A placebo is anything that seems to be real medicines, but it is not. Placebo is the real medicines. They look like a medicines, but they are not medicines. It could be pills, shots, or some type of the fake treatment, or it may be the suggestions also. Placebo do not contain an active substance meant to affect the health. Sometimes a person can have a response to a placebo. This response can be positive or the negative. So placebo effects are there. Means that without medications, without medicines, also you are bringing a change in the attitude and the idea in the maybe the palliative and sometimes it may be the curative. So it is a wireless without any connectivity. Not because you are not giving anything. Only the mental suggestions are being given. Only the mental suggestions are being given. So it is acting on the mental plane. It is acting on in a dynamic manner. For instance, a person's symptoms may improve, or the person may have what appears to be the side effect from treatment. These responses are known as the placebo effect. Now the counseling. The counseling is a part of our life. Our mother is counseling us, our father is counseling us, our teacher is giving you the suggestions, guidelines, and doctors are also giving. Counseling are the purpose to make and change in the attitude of the person. So here where is the connectivity? No connectivity. Change is there. Change is there. Okay? Change is very important. So no substance are used. It is only meant on the mental suggestions. Counseling are the mental suggestions. So we have seen the different type of the medicines available. And then again we have the spiritual medicines. These are the hypothetical, which is based on the faith, which is stimulated by giving suggestions. There are different type of the spiritual medicines being practiced throughout the world. It also takes as a transference of energy received from the supernatural power sources. Like receiving the energy from the God and we are putting into the patient's life. These are the imagination and these are the hypotheses and these are the faith that we carry. It stimulates the faith of the patient to get cured or recovered from the past. Coming out from the past, coming out from the disease condition, the patients are being made or to believe that they are getting cured, and with their willpower they get cured. So these are very important concepts that we must be aware of it. These are the things that we have to. And non-molecular medicines, like our homeopathic medicines, has brought the concept of homeopathy. Only this non-molecular medicines we find it is only in the homeopathic system of medicine. With continued dilution in a proportion, one reaches to a level where not a single medicine molecules are left. Complete dilution after dilution. You have studied the pharmacopoeia, pharmacology of how the homeopathic medicines are prepared, diluting in 1:99 ratio and and after certain level it reaches to the place where nothing is remained. Nothing remains, and this is it is expected. It is expected that only the essence is there. Only the essence is there, or only the imprint are there. So imprint transference. When we leave this world, what will be left? Only our imprint. Nothing, no body, no material. Only the imprint things are being left. These imprints get expanded with the subsequent dilutions. More and more dilutions, the imprint are getting enhanced and enhanced. So with the higher dilutions, what is becoming? We are saying we are getting more potentile, we are becoming more powerful, more imprint. It is expanding, it is expanding everywhere. Then non-molecular medicines have the dynamic nature. Homeopathic medicine has been understood as the dynamic medicines. They start acting as soon as they come in the aura field of the patient. They act as triggering the energy to get activated. They only trigger, they act as a catalyst. Restoration of health takes place. The action can be compared as the catalytic actions. They don't take part because there are no molecules are there. They are only they are only enhancing the property. And it is like a catalyst. So without taking part, what happens in the catalyst? The catalyst actions are like this only, that they don't part, only the presence of the catalytic substance, one feel the changes. So the homeopathic medicines are like that, we can feel the change by the presence of the medicinal imprint, the power that is there in the medicinal substance. Dynamic medicine transportations. Now how we transport the dynamic medicine? No general conviction has been arrived about the mode of transportations of this medicine into the patient's life domain. Nothing has been understood, nothing has been taught and thought of, because we have discovered the dynamic medicines. Hahnemann has discovered the dynamic medicines. He has found out the dynamic nature. He has understood the dynamic nature, but he was not able to find out the dynamic transportations mode. So Dr. Hahnemann also was in process of having some appropriate mode for the administration of homeopathy. Appropriate, the right mode for transmitting the homeopathic medicine. Dynamic medicines are required only for the dynamic life. So keep in mind, homeopathic medicines are for the dynamic life. Our limitations is there. Our limitations, we should not say that we can do everything. We should say whatever we can do, the change has to start from the dynamic plane. Dynamic medicines have remote sensing property in accordance with the dynamic nature. All dynamic medicines, they have the remote sensing, they can be sensed from a distance. So they have this is the property of the homeopathic medicine. As such, we have to explore for remote sensing system as initiated by Dr. B. Sahni. So we have to come to the conclusion that we must have a remote sensing system for the homeopathic medicines, which was initiated by Dr. B. Sahni, and many of his followers are using. There are many practitioners throughout the world who have adopted the transmission mode of dynamic medicines to the dynamic plane of the life. So whenever, as a homeopath, if you believe in homeopathy, if you believe in the principle of Hahnemann, you have to believe in the principle of vital principle. You have to believe in the potentized medicine, and you have to believe that there are the dynamic disease. So all thoughts about the homeopathy is on the dynamic plane. And only this type of the thoughts is going to make the homeopathy survive forever. Because we are talking something and doing action differently, and things are differently. The three things are there, and when there are the differences, your system and homeopathy will remain confused. The confusion arises only when we have the differences of the opinion. Differences of the opinion. When we are a homeopath, we must have the fundamental faith on the fundamental principle, the vital principle, the dynamic principle, the potentized medicines principle, and the miasmatic principles. If you want to call yourself homeopath, you have to believe, you have to practice, and you have to demonstrate these things into the life. WHO has published a guidelines for the quality control of the homeopathic medicines. Kindly, you can get it, these guidelines from the WHO websites. In the introductions of these guidelines, very good lines are mentioned there. In introductions to challenges of maintaining quality control of homeopathic medicines, has mentioned that homeopathic principles have provision of high dilution of potentially active molecules retain a memory. Retains a memory of the original substance. What it says? These are the lines I have quoted. I am quoting from the WHO quality control guidelines. Active molecules retaining the memory of the original substance. This is the non-molecular medicine. It is talking about the non-molecular medicine. Potentization process imprints energetic information from the original substance into the dilution liquid during the stages of the succussion. So what happens with the potentization? The imprint of the energetic information. These lines are quoted from the WHO guidelines for quality of the homeopathy. So the world is trying to look at you look at the homeopathy through as a dynamic medicine. So we have to accept, we have to demonstrate, we should be proud. We should be proud of being a homeopath using the dynamic medicines. This is our convention, this is my conceptions about the homeopathy. Dr. Hahnemann, what we are what Dr. Hahnemann spoke about in the 9th file, the dimensions of the homeopathy. He clearly perceived the importance of the vital principle, functioning of the mind and physical body in accordance with the vital principle. It is the dynamic regulations. 9th file, it is the dynamic regulation has to be practiced for following the homeopathic principle strictly. So, transcendence of energy is the nature of the universe. Transcendence. Without, so this we are changing, but there no contact remains. It is only the imprint. We are born as an imprint of our parents. Our parents were born as an imprint of our ancestors. So these are the imprint, and imprint is being, and this conception, natural conception, is being practiced in the homeopathic system of the medicine, and this is one of the unique concepts that has to be followed by every homeopath, and we should feel proud of using the transcendent nature of the homeopathic medicine. Transcendent nature of the homeopathy. We are following, we are not deviating from any, these are not hypothetical, these are the natural and universal law which is important for our life. Universal law. Similia similibus curantia. Hahnemann talks about the similia, and this is the pivot for the homeopathy. Similia similibus curantia. Like your likes. Like means similar. Similar at what plane? Similar at the physical plane, similar at the mental plane, similar at the spiritual plane, and similar at the dynamic plane. So this is the similia. So what should be the simillimum in the administration? It should be dynamic. So everywhere law of similia is based on the dynamic plane. Dynamic plane. This is important for us. Law of the similia says we are based on the dynamic plane. This is important understanding for us. And the scope of homeopathy is limited within the dimension of dynamic life. Where is our scope? Where is our scope? Our scope is in the dynamic plane of the life. Practice of any system of medicine has to be based on following the fundamental principles. If you want to be called as a homeopath, you have to believe in the fundamental and you have to follow the fundamental principle. Any deviation distort the image of the homeopathy. And whole plane of the homeopathic principle are based on the medicines beyond the molecules. So my conception is quite clear with the homeopathic understandings, and we should understand our limitation, we should understand our ability, capacity, what we can do with the most imprinted things, which is nothing is there but something great thing is happening. Great thing is happening throughout the world. The God is there. We all believe in the God. We all practice everything are being followed by Him. But where to see? No, we cannot see anywhere. So with these conceptions, I feel I have tried my best to explain you the importance of the homeopathic understanding principles. Homeopathic principles, if you have to follow strictly, you have to believe in the nature of the medicines. It is not a substance to be swallowed by the mouth. It is not a substance to be applied on the body. It has to be put into the aura field of the body. This is the only thing that where the homeopathy will stand. And the time is coming up. Time is coming up. And we are, time is coming up. Time is coming up. We have to be there. So friends, my understandings is quite clear, and I am practicing and I am doing it, and there are now many followers are there. I don't pressurize you to follow me. I don't ask you to do it. I just, if your conscience allows you, if your conscience allows you, you go to do it and you practice it. Because it is only a matter of conscience. It is matter of what your soul says, what message comes to you from inside your life. And if you follow the conscience, if you follow the understanding from your life, inner concept, definitely you are going to be the best in your life. Your satisfaction, your life understanding will be based on these such things only these type of that. So friends, with these understandings and thoughts, our time is getting up now. We are getting the message of the limit of the time, and I hope I have tried my best to explain you the best out of me, and I wish you all be giving a second thought, third thought, keep thinking, keep meditating on these patterns, and definitely you will have your own clarity. Own clarity is very important. Your own clarity, there should be clarity in your mind about yourself, and with this you can have the success. You can see the real essence of the homeopathy. How wonderful treatments are taking place. What type of the practice literatures are containing, and say that full of the cures, miraculous cure are there, full of miraculous cure. And all are because of the using the high dilutions medicines beyond molecules, no molecules are there. Only the imprint is being given. We are making the presence of the imprint, reminding the patients. That is very important. Reminding the thing, it is very important for us. So let us follow the principle of homeopathy. We all are the followers of homeopathy, and we believe in homeopathy, and we talk in homeopathy, and we have understanding about the homeopathic philosophy. This is the only thing and what Dr. Hahnemann has said to you in Organon of Medicine's Aude Sapien, dare to be wise. Dare to be wise. You have to, and for the truth, accepting the truth is very important. How you can accept the truth? Truth are very bitter. They are very bitter. And with only your courage, only with your conscience, you can accept the truth. Only with your courage and with Aude Sapien concepts, belief, you can practice homeopathy. Hahnemann has rightly put this line in the front page of his, title page of his Organon of Medicine. Aude Sapien, dare to be wise to read this homeopathy and start practicing homeopathy. Only you have the courage, open this book of homeopathy and start learning homeopathy, but without courage. If you don't have the courage, if you don't have the faith, leave it. Life will go on. Life will go on. You can do it differently. Nothing will happen to you. You can be a success in other lines. But for getting success in homeopathy, you have to be a courageous man, Aude Sapien man, to accept the principle of homeopathy. So thank you very much. And with this message, I conclude this session. And if any time permits, you can have any questions.
Katanungan